What we're going to do is move on to probabilities. And when we're looking at the definition of probabilities, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to define it. And in words, we're talking about the proportion of times the outcome would occur in a very long series of repetitions. Mathematically speaking, what we're doing is talking about the number that we want over the total number. N or U is kind of considered the universal set or the total number of terms. All probabilities are in between 0 and 1, so you can't have 1.1. You can't give 110%. You also can't give negative 10%. So it always has to be in between those two numbers, 0 and 1. And we're going to talk about the complement more later. But if the probability of an event is 1/6, then that means the complement would be 5/6. So that's what we're talking about when we mean complement. We're going to look at first probability with marbles. The first thing that we always want to do is figure out how many marbles there are. So in this case, when we add up the 3, the 1, and the 6, that gives us 10. So the probability of a red marble would be 3 out of 10. The probability of a blue marble would be 6 out of 10. When we deal with probabilities, we don't have to reduce. So you can write 6 over 10, or you could write 3 over 5, or you could even write it as a decimal as 0.6, whatever you prefer. Red or black would be 4 out of 10. And then not a blue would be all the blues, which is 6 out of 10, but not that, so it would be 4 out of 10. Now, word probability, once again, what we want to do is count how many letters there are, and when we count them, we see that there are 11. So the probability of a P, there's 1 P out of 11. The probability of a B, there are 2 B's out of 11. A vowel, we're just going to look at A, E, I, O, U when we're talking about a vowel. I know sometimes it's Y, but it's just A, E, I, O, and U when we're talking about a vowel. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, so it would be 4 out of 11. Not an I, there are 2 I's, so not an I would be 9 out of 11. Now we're talking about dice probabilities. So there's 6 sides to a die. So the probability of a 1 would be 1 out of 6. 1 or 5 would be 2 out of 6, or you could reduce it to 1/3 if you want. Not a 4, so a 4 would be 1/6, so that means not a 4 would be 5/6. And an even number would be 3/6, or if you want, you could put 1/2. Card probabilities. There are 52 cards. When we're talking about a 5, there are 4 5s in a deck of cards. So it would be 4 out of 52. An ace or a king, there are 4 aces and 4 kings, so a total of 8 out of 52. A spade, there are 13 spades out of 52. And not a queen. We know that there are 4 queens, so not a queen means that there are 48 queens, so 48 out of 52.